Hey guys, Dave from Timber Time Outdoors. Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another video, and as you can see, we are ice fishing today. We are on Red Lake, and I'm not sure when this video is going to post, but it's pretty early in the season. You can see I don't have my machine with me today. We're just walking out, and this is day 2, and hopefully we can provide some, some fun, video of catching fish. And the other thing I wanted to talk about just briefly is I have some new electronics, and I know I'm a little late to the game, but I wanted to just kind of give you my perspective on, Livescope versus a flasher, and how I use them, and kind of the neat things that I've discovered. Some of you that are veterans to ice fishing probably already know this, but so this is kind of a newbie perspective on Livescope and where I think it's good and where I think a flasher's good. So let's get to it. So one thing I really like the Helix for, or flasher, a flasher basically, is just setting depth real quick here. I don't want to drop my phone down the hole, but the Livescope doesn't see things way close to the bottom. So if you want to hug the bottom, oh man, this is tough to do. So dropping this guy down a little bit. Looks like there's some panfish here. So you can really get, fine tuning where that bottom is. Filming fishing is tricky. Hard to do it one-handed. But anyway, that's one thing I like about this. I can quickly run over to a hole if I'm using a tip up, whatever. Set the depth exactly what I want if I'm hugging the bottom. Flasher excels at that. Livescope, not so good. All right, guys, kind of slow morning here, so I'm gonna show you something on the two electronics when it comes to mapping. So we got Humminbird and Garmin. The maps are slightly different. This one has the upgraded chip in it, the Humminbird does. So we're in Minnesota. See, I'll zoom in. All right, so this is a shallower part. I'm kind of sitting on the edge of a little hole here. And then on the Garmin, I like these speed buttons that Garmin has. I'm going to zoom out. Not terribly different. I probably have my color mapping slightly different. But, if you're really trying to split hairs, this one's kind of showing two shallow spots out there, and this one here is just kind of showing a peninsula. So I don't know that it's going to matter for ice fishing, to be honest. At least for walleyes, you basically get hunkered down in a good area, and they're always on the move, so you're calling them over. But just one difference between the two. All right, I'm gonna move, I think. We caught some fish midday over there, so that's about a quarter-mile walk. I'm going to go over there. You can see this is a Monday. Not too many people out here. It's December 4th. And most people are in real shallow, which is maybe where I should be. But, we caught some fish in shallow last night, but most of them were out deeper. So depends on who you talk to. I think you just got to keep trying. But I'm gonna pack up and move about a quarter-mile. on the move here. Ice is a little sketchy, and that right there, my friends, is not open water, but that's what's called a pothole. So that was open. We have about 7 inches here, maybe 6. Those potholes are 2 to 3, and they're very scary to walk across. So I'm not going over there. And then of course you get these pressure ridges. Always tricky to navigate across. You know, this, you can kind of tell when the ice froze, the good ice anyway, because it sort of looks like this. The stuff that froze later is very clear and spooky. All right, so I'm on my way to where I think where that, oh, sorry, the bad camera work. That guy is right there. I love the Smitty Sled. I mean, it's like 0 effort to pull it. I just went over a pressure crack with no effort at all. All right, let's get set up and hopefully catch some darn fish. All right, guys, I'm at my GPS spot where we caught him yesterday. I'm gonna pop 3 holes here, but I want to show you the carnage from yesterday. I'll overlay some pictures of what happened. I didn't have my cameras set up, but anyway, lots of bleed out here. Ugh. And those are the 2 hot holes. I actually think we got a couple right over there. We got a couple over there. So, drill a hole here. Oh geez, camera don't work. Always a problem. All right, let's do this. So what I've been doing, guys, is I've been setting up the Livescope transducer in the middle, because the cone is kind of like this, and it can see my jigging bait on one side of the screen, and then I just do you know, dead stick over here with a minnow, and so I can kind of watch both. And then I do put my Humminbird in my jigging hole, as you saw. So, well, let's see. Hopefully, we caught him about, I don't know, 12:30, which is a weird time, but that's when we got them. So, good luck. All right, so this is a Helix 7, and this is so new, I'm not even exactly sure. It's a VS32 with like the 9-inch screen, EcoMap, probably, EcoMap, yeah. And, you know, another thing that's pretty significant between the two is the weight of these 2 units. You know, I have lithium batteries in both, but there's a reason I have a bag and a shoulder strap for this one, you know, and then of course you have this pole, and I bought the smallest pole I could find. You know, this is just a great hole hopper. You know, you can see I got my rod holders on it, and I can quickly get, you know, an area covered if I want to move around quickly. But I do love this one, you know, when you're hunkered down and you want to just kind of sit here and, oops, wrong one, there we go. You want to sit here and kind of watch what happens. I mean, this is like a video game, where over here you don't actually know how big the fish are really. You can kind of tell, and you don't know which way they're going. With this one, obviously you get some directional movement, and you can really identify the species. I'll hopefully get some. So there, I think that's just panfish down there. You know, when you get a walleye on the screen, it's as big as one of those squares, so it's, you know, at least a foot long. And I don't know, that guy sliding along the bottom right there could be something, but so small panfish on the Panoptics, small panfish on a flasher. Got a bunch of bait fish up high. Here's my jig. Here come the masses. They're staying shallow with me though. Definitely got a fish playing with the dead stick here, but not real big. He just took it and then let go, so I think it might be small, but maybe the guy's about 100 yards from me just caught one, so maybe they're moving out. I'm a little deeper than they are. Eat it. Eat it. You know you want to eat it. Ooh, maybe he's got it. I think they're small. Super fun to watch this though. And over here you don't see nothing. All right, so yeah, totally whiffed on that fish, by the way. He took the set line and pulled it out of his mouth. But anyhow, all right guys, I actually can catch fish. I just can't videotape it. I was just packing up all my gear, all the cameras went in, and I caught one on a bobber. And guys, I normally don't use a bobber, but I had a pole go down the hole today. So I think I've had 4 fish get off at the hole. I lost a rod today, but hey, that's a nice fish. I think it's 19 inches. Whoa. Anyhow, yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep that one. We get to keep one over 17 here, so at least one fish. And you know, a 19-inch fish is actually gonna be 2 really big fillets, and maybe I'll cut them in half and we'll get a big meal out of this one fish. But filming fishing is very hard. Guys that make it look easy on YouTube, I don't know how they do it. What's great about, you know, the Livescope is that when you're walleye fishing and you're kind of hunkered down, and it's for one thing, it's super entertaining. Just keeps you active and whatnot. But it really excels when it comes to fish identification. You know, it's better than a camera. It's got more range. It doesn't scare the fish. The drawbacks to it, of course, are cost and super heavy. I don't know. It's kind of, again, entertaining. Can't even do a video. I'm so entertained by this. And, you know, that's worth something. Oh, there's a walleye right there. Come on, take it. Eat it. Eat it. Nope, not going to do it. So, yeah, I mean, over here, it just looks like a mess. Can't see nothing. But here I can tell exactly what's going on. And to me, that's the biggest value of a Livescope. I know it has its search function, you know, forward facing, and you can see the bottom angles going up and down, and, you know, maybe see schools of crappies. I don't see that really working for walleyes too much, but anyway, rambling here, gonna wrap things up. That looks like it could be a walleye there. Maybe he's gonna go take the set line this time again. Anyhow, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Wrap this video up. Like, subscribe, send it to your friends, and remember, keep it in the timber. See ya, bye-bye.